you see this ginormous stack of books right here, it means, you guessed it, time for another book haul. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Because I want to put these somewhere else that they won't be like teetering precariously on a little footstool thing. That would be good. So the first book I picked up recently is called Fire and Wings, Dragon Tales from East and West, edited by Marianne Karras. And this is just a collection of short stories about dragons, and I was like, heck yes, I'll be on that, reading it and stuff. Next, I got a copy of Mansfield Park by Jane Austen. It's in perfect condition, so I was excited about that. Got Peter Pan and Scarlet, in Scarlet by Geraldine McCarrine. This is supposedly the sequel to Peter Pan, the original one, by a different author, so I'm intrigued, to say the least. I love the original classic. So next one I picked up is Fated by Alison Noel. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like this, but it was cheap, so I decided to try it. I was excited to find The Ice Dragon by George R. Martin. I haven't read any of his Game of Thrones ones, but this sounds really good, and it's like just a children's book with beautiful illustrations, so I decided I want it. Found at the dollar store. It is After the Golden Age by Carrie Vaughn, and this is about a girl with superhero parents who is trying to like keep her identity a secret so she can like be free from under the expectations of not having superpowers like her parents do. So it sounds like it's gonna be really funny and a good time. Look at this cover. It's got like a book with magic on it. The Lost Gate by Orson Scott Card, who is the author of the Ender's Game series. I haven't read the other stuff, but this one sounded good. It's about a family of mages. Heard a lot of good things about this one. It is Bossy Pants by Tina Fey. I'm expecting to learn a lot from this. I'm expecting it to be really funny, hopefully, and it's not super long, so I had to pick this up. One of the books I am happiest to have. My parents brought me back an Italian version of the children's Disney's Beauty and the Beast in Italian, so I'm very excited to have this. Even though I'll probably never be able to read it, I can look at the pictures, and I just think it's awesome that I have this. So I have an Italian souvenir straight from across the ocean. So thank you, Mommy and Daddy, so much for getting this for me. I love it. Next one I've been wanting forever, and it's been on Book Outlet, and I've like just never been able to get it on Book Outlet. And it is Defiance by C.J. Redwine, and I'm so excited to read this. It's like a 4-book series or something, or a trilogy. I don't know, but it sounds good, so I'm gonna read it someday. You people are probably gonna be really excited about the sequel to The Kiss of Deception. It is The Heart of Betrayal by Mary E. Pearson. This is an art copy, obviously, that I picked up at the bookstore next to my work because I get them for free there. And yes, I have this. It's very exciting. It comes out in July of this year, so look forward to that. This is Off the Page by Jodi Picoult and Samantha Van Leer. This is the companion novel to Between the Lines, where the character in the book falls in love with the reader, which sounds awesome. And this is from the princess perspective from the book, and the Between the Lines one was from the reader's perspective, so sounds awesome. Middle grade I've heard a lot of interesting things about. Fish in a Tree arc by Linda Moulay Hunt. Sounds like it's going to be really fun. Next arc I have comes out August 2015, and it is Illuminae Files Volume 1. This is just the arc copy, it's not the final cover, by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, popular well-known YA authors. And it looks like it's really long, but most of it's just like emails and instant messages and stuff, so I've heard it's a really fast read about aliens and the end of the world or something like that. Heard really good things, so I decided to finally get this as well. Next I have the third book in the Princess Diaries series, Princess in Love by Meg Cabot. I have the first two, still need to read them, but I found this, so I got it, because why not? This next one was such a good deal. It is the first 3 books in the Pendragon series by DJ McHale, and it's the box set, obviously. And the lady at the thrift store only charged me for the price of 1 book because she counted the set as 1 item, and so I got these 3 books for like 75 cents because she counted it as 1 paperback. It was very exciting, kind of made my day. Next is the sequel to a book I already have, Watcher in the Woods by Robert Leparulo. This is the second book in the Dreamhouse King series. It's kind of like, seems like a thriller mystery type of book. I haven't read the first one yet, obviously. But I have the sequel now in case I ever, get around to that. I got the hardback Barnes & Noble classic edition of Aesop's Fables. I used to read these all the time when I was a kid and I really liked them. Now I have my own copy with all of them in one book. I got King Arthur and His Knights of the Round Table by Roger Lancelyn Green. This is the Puffin's Classics edition. I've never read this, but I've always been interested in it, so I think I'm going to give it a try, see how that goes. More classics are always good. Good exposure. Next is another ARC I picked up. Comes out May 26th. Shoot, another one to add to my May TBR. This is a short book, and it's another one sort of based on Greek mythology, but in modern times it's like a contemporary with Greek mythology, and it sounds like it might be good, so nice cover too. Pretty fountain, all that good stuff. Next is another ARC. This actually came out in September 2012, but I actually just picked it up off the ARC shelf like a couple weeks ago. And it is Summer and Bird by Catherine Catmull. I think April Sarah recently hauled this or talked about it and said it was good, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, I really love this cover, and it seems like sort of a fairy tale-esque type of a story, middle grade. Next is a Garth Nix novella collection, I believe, and this is To Hold the Bridge. I haven't read any Garth Nix, but I've heard good things, so I feel like having some short stories will kind of give me a feel of whether I'd like to delve into one of his full books or not. This comes out June 15th. This one is Matchless by Gregory Maguire. It doesn't come with a dust jacket, but look at the end papers. That's so cool. And that's the front page. It has a sticker I needed to get off, but yeah, it's a Gregory Maguire retelling of the story, Christmas story of the Little Match Girl. And I love that story, so I've always wanted to read this, and now I have it so I can at Christmas. Next is another ARC. I have a lot of ARCs. This comes out in May 2015 as well. Luckily I can't read it because I haven't read the first two books. This is the third book in a trilogy, Chantress Fury by Amy Butler Greenfield. The first book is just called Chantress. Next I have a summer contemporary for all those who are looking forward to the June through August months. It is The Summer of Chasing Mermaids by Sarah Auckler, and this sounds like it'll just be a fun contemporary read, and it comes out in June of this year as well. I have another sequel that I don't own the first book to, but I do want to read it, so there you go. This is The Reckoning. It's book 2 in the Taker trilogy. The first book is called The Taker, and it is a fantasy, I believe. It's a hardback edition I found at the thrift store, but it's by Alma Katsu. I haven't found a copy of the first book around anywhere yet, so if you guys know where I can pick that up for cheap, let me know, because I need that to read this. But I just love this cover. It's gorgeous. That is all my books. It's quite a lot. See for yourself. That's, yeah. And my bookshelves are full again already, so I have no idea where I'm going to put these. That's all for this video. Lots of stuff coming up in the future. If you have any ideas of other videos you'd like to see from me, or stuff in general, your favorite kind of bean, perhaps, jelly, coffee, etc., green, black, pimento, is pimento a bean? I don't even know. That's all for this video. Hope to see you next time. See ya!